Hey guys, it's FIFA Ali here, and welcome to episode 42 of Let's FIFA 13. And we start this episode off by going into the semi-final of the Premier League Shield tournament. And we come up against a full silver side there, and it is me getting the game started in the 25th minute. Lovely McGeady spin from Tarapt in between the two defenders, and he will take on a third one as well before he puts it into the back of the net. So a quite nice goal there, and we continue on a few minutes later. Mayuka on the ball, using the drag back, and we will find Ben Arfa going in between the two defenders, just as on the first goal with the McGeady spin. We find Mayuka in the end, but the shot is saved. And then apart from that, I didn't create much before the end of the second half. I wanted to tackle the ball, but end up making a clearance, and it falls to Mayuka. Very, very lucky. I cross it in, had hope for a little bit of a sideways scissor kick, ends up being a regular volley, but nonetheless a 2-0 it is. And in the 90th minute, I managed to get the ball back here with Ben Arfa, and he goes with a slide tackle to give me a penalty. And Ben Arfa, he will step up for that himself and convert it to make it 3-0, and that is how the game ends. So yeah, a comfortable win there, and we move on into the final of the Premier League Shield tournament. But before we play that, we go into the Gold Cup, the semi-final of that, and we come up against another Premier League squad. We get our first chance here off a free kick to a bicycle kick, but it goes wide, and then it's Ibrahimovic on the ball. We pass it out to a Gant here, a little drag back here to get a bit of space. We take the shot, but it is saved by his keeper. 43rd minute, Christian Eriksen on the ball, goes past one defender here. He backed a little bit off, and in the end I decide to take the shot, and it will go in. That 5-star weak foot is always useful when you want to take shots. And then into the second half, it's Zlatan on the ball, breaks through here. We try the shot, but it will hit the post. 78th minute, we find a Gant here. We get a bit of space, and we will get that 2-goal lead, just so we don't get a stupid equalizer from our opponent's side. And Zlatan, he is quite lucky to hang on to the ball here. I don't know, he's just always getting on the ball despite losing it, and he will get his goal in this game, and that's how the match ends, a 3-0, and I move on into the final. And I'll play that game as well after I apply contracts to pretty much the entire team. Everyone just expired. But yeah, we head on into the final, and I come up against a Bundesliga side here, 3-5-2, and it was going to be a pretty tough game. I had a difficult time breaking him down. I get my first chance here in the 21st minute. We try out a shot from distance, but it goes way over, and then he kicks it out from the goal kick, and I will pick it up, and a little overhead flick from Zlatan goes past another defender here, and he's through on goal. He takes the shot, and that is 1-0. So a pretty nice goal, but in the 34th minute, I can't get the ball out of my box. Some nice movement there from Felipe Santana to make it 1-1. So we go into the second half. Christian Eriksen on the ball, unlucky there to hit the post. 71st minute, Christian Eriksen breaking through once again. We try out a shot, and this time it goes wide. But then finally, 77th minute, we pick up a penalty here after going with a skill move past the slide tackle, and Zlatan, he will convert it to make it 2-1, but just instantly after that he breaks through, he goes past my keeper, he will cross it in, and in the end he makes it 2-2, gets the equalizer, and we go into extra time where he will get his third goal with a back post cross, and I would never get that third goal myself, so that means I lose the final in the Gold Cup. But nonetheless, we have another final to play. It is in the Premier League Shield tournament. We got 7,000 coins to win there, and we come up against a 4-5-1 squad, and I get my first chance here off a corner with Coutinho, but the shot goes just wide, and a few minutes later it's Tarapt on the ball, a little over flick and a fake shot. We find Coutinho, who passes it back with an over the top ball, and we get the lead there to make it 1-0. So not looking too bad, and in the 48th minute we get another chance. We pass it a little bit around, and in the end it's Tarapt finding a bit of space, and he makes it a 2-0 with a near post finish, and that is how the final ends. I get the 7,000 coins, and I get a badge, and it seems like the badge you get is the club you support. So I would, like, if you haven't completed the tournament yet, go out and support I believe it's Columbus Crew from the MLS. Their badge is really, really expensive, so you can probably sell that for around 5 to 6k. So yeah, if you win that tournament and have the Columbus Crew as your favorite squad or whatever it is, you'll be able to sell that on and make a great profit from that tournament. But back to the gameplay here. We go into the Gold Cup once again now that we have won the won the Premier League Shield tournament, and a nice save, double save there from a Czech. And we continue on into the second half. He has Mayuka on the ball, and he somehow puts that one into the back of the net, and that was pretty much all that happened in the game. He didn't have a single shot on goal, but I had a difficult time breaking him down. So we will have one final game in this episode as well, and we come up against a very, very strong squad here, using some of the strong links with Mata and Torres and Götze to Royce, and finally Marquisio and Pirlo, and he gets the game started there, and I couldn't switch to the player inside the box. It kind of switched to a player outside the box, and I couldn't defend the header, so that was a little bit frustrating. And we go into halftime. It's very even, and we just about start the second half, and he gets 2 shots in off from distance, and Czech couldn't save any of those, and I just couldn't break his defense down. He did a pretty good job on that, but I was still a little bit frustrated. I was trailing by 3 goals at that point in time, but I would never get back into the game, and that is how we will end this episode today, guys. I might do a vlog instead of another episode later on today, because I have some pretty exciting news I would like to tell you. So might do a little bit of a Q&A vlog kind of thing, and share some of the cool news I have. So if you'll leave some questions down below, and I'll pick some of them out to answer. And that's pretty much all for this episode. Thank you for watching, and I will talk to you later.